A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about why the runner does not come into contact even if they have deep feelings of love for their twin flame, polarized divine feminine or masculine. Some people find this type of behavior very confusing. And adding to one more point in this, some people have also mentioned to me that they are in contact after a good amount of not communicating with each other. They got back into contact. But the other person, despite being in contact and even admitting that they love you or they feel for you very deeply, they do not want to be together. And that comes across as a very strange problem to the chaser, so-called chaser. Then we have another extension to this where people have told me that they have been a chaser, but all they want is a divine counterpart, a permanent divine counterpart. They don't want to change from one person to another and so on and so forth. So in all of these things, one thing is very common, my friends, and that is the idea of true love. Okay, so before I go any further into this session, I would like to tell you guys that for personal situations, for therapies, you can write to me at thesunamoon@gmail.com after checking out all the options that are given in the description box. And only when you're sure, please let me know. You can book the therapy in advance and you can book the personal session in advance, and then you can get in touch with me and let me know that this is what I want to do. Kindly do not share your twin flame journey in advance with me, because we will talk about it in a step-by-step procedure. Alright? So, there is love, there is emotion, there is intensity, there are feelings, all of that is there, but there is no contact. You have to understand that the reason why sometimes you don't have that contact or that proposal or that feeling that this person is my divine counterpart is because you are very strongly, deeply chasing it. Some of you feel that I'm not chasing it anymore. I don't call, I don't message, I don't email, I don't even stalk, I don't even check them out. I don't know where they've been for such a long time or what they've been up to. But still I think about them, still I miss them. And if I feel this way, why don't they? Right? Now, even though you are saying that physically you have stopped chasing them, physically you don't do anything, you don't take any step, but mentally and in your emotional body, in your energetic body, you are still having that block. And because of that block, you're still thinking about them continuously. And it is one thing to be very sure and positive, like have those thoughts where you don't even care. In the surrender stage and during the therapy work, we have noticed many times that people come with many baggages, many burdens, and slowly and gradually it gets decreased. When they come in, they have 100% of it. 20% is reduced. 30% is reduced. First therapy they do, some of them they remove 40%, 60% also, some of them. Those who have been already doing very deep inner work and they've already surrendered, and the only thing is that they are too attached with the worldly world, so they cannot step up that fast. But step by step they are able to release the blocks. And then comes a time when that particular block is absolutely gone. Say, for example, earlier they were very agitated with the karmic, if there was any karmic in the scene. Every time they would see the karmic, they would get very angry, upset, their heart would sink, and they would just feel horrible, weak, and all sorts of feelings. After doing the karmic release or third party block release, they don't have a problem with the karmic anymore. Actually, when they look at the karmic, they don't feel anything. The karmic can come, have a cup of tea, coffee, chit chat with them, and that's it. They won't even care if that situation arises, or if they will see the karmic's photographs or videos or anything happening, or someone else comes up with the news that this has happened or that has happened, they would not feel anything. They would be like, okay. This way the universe is also testing them out, like how much they are going to react every time this information is thrown at them. When they're absolutely clear, then they realize the problem is not with the karmic. The problem is with the person they are in love with who has a karmic. So then goes some more time where they heal that person. Either that person needs to be released completely, permanently, and then they realize that it was a false twin altogether. It was never the one, but because of love addiction problems and because of putting that person on pedestal, or because of the wounds they had, because of the problems they had faced, because of the challenges, the energetic blocks, and because the energy in their chakra system was not moving properly, they had attracted a person who was a match to that energy, and then they also assumed on top of that it's a twin flame connection, and then they also assumed on top of that this is my divine counterpart. But after doing active inner work, they realized that they were not right about this whole thing, and they let the person go. In many cases, the same person who was giving them a hard time, after therapy, after deep inner work, that same person starts contacting them, and then while they contact them back, they show the true colors, even worse than what they had imagined. So the person goes like, good riddance, or thank God, I was thinking that this person is my true love, but this person is really not. I was wrong about this person. I thought this person is a very good person, a good human being, a very socially as well as personally very nice person. He's going to understand me, or she's going to understand me, and that's why they fall in love with that person. But after they work on themselves and they release the pain, the constant pain, the hidden pain caused by the wounds in their energy body, in their physical body, the wound was given to them when they were child or when they were growing up. But that wound sticks in the energy body because it creates blockages in the free flow, in the Sushumna. So we have a Sushumna in our chakra system, and we have the Ida Nadi and we have the Pingala Nadi. So Sushumna is the reason why, or Sushumna is the place from where this energy flows to all the chakras and thus everywhere. There are around 72,000 nadis in our body, and the Ida and the Pingala Nadi are responsible for giving out the energy in all nadis, which eventually runs our energy body. If our energy body is strong, if our energy body is in good space, good place, then we can simply be natural and we don't have to bother about anything, because we live in constant surrender with the source. So we are no longer the doer, and thus all the desires which are related to the worldly world, they don't affect us anymore. And we also understand that this is a desire and this is not. And this world is temporary and this is not temporary. This feeling is permanent, but this feeling is temporary. The reason why we recommend inner work, we recommend therapy to a lot of people, because we have seen huge changes in a person. We have seen the chaser come to a very neutral ground in life, and not just in case of romance or love. Otherwise also the chasers completely stop chasing. People obviously chase something where they feel that they cannot get it. It's hard to get, and they cannot receive it no matter how much they want it, how badly they want it. But since they feel that it's difficult to achieve this thing, they start working too much towards it. They make extra efforts to get that thing that they desire. Same is with their twin flame union. So this basically clarifies that the two reasons why somebody is not making contact with you is because, number one, they could either be a false twin, they may not be the twin flame that you seek. And number two, if they are your twin flame, coming to the second point, second part of it, if you feel that yes, this person is the one for me and this is the person I want to be with, but this person is not making any contact, then you also need to let them be, and you let them get their lessons in due course of time. You need to give people space, and you need to be patient with the whole process. The reason why you are impatient with the no contact is because you are in a hurry to get something. Maybe your biological clock is ticking. Maybe someone has told you that at this age or by this age you have to do this. Maybe your family is giving some pressure to you and they have already found someone for you which they feel is much better, much more suitable. They may not even know about, this person that is in your life, is in your imagination. And by imagination I don't mean that they're completely in your imagination, but at one point in time they were there in your life, but now they are in the world of imagination and fantasy, because you don't know what they are doing and where they are. So another reason why source has put you in this situation is because you wake up and you learn to become more practical. Because it's not about becoming positive or negative, rather it's about becoming a realist. A realist is a person who lives with the reality, who is present and aware and knows that every moment something is going inside of them and something is being released, which is breath. Which means our body is always doing this process, of giving and receiving, or rather receiving or giving. So to make it simple, till the time you don't have a balance in your energy body between the masculine and the feminine forces, between the giving and receiving, between becoming practical and impractical. Too emotional also makes people impractical. Too analytical also makes people impractical. In both the cases, you need to understand that we need to stick with the reality, and whatever is in front of you is reality, whatever you are experiencing is reality, or whatever you are becoming a match to, depending on your energy, is your reality. But if you are constantly imagining or fantasizing something, then it's not reality. So that type of differentiation you need to make. Otherwise, the definition of reality can be different. It can be explained differently in different context. And actually, even for Twinflame Journey, I would like to say, all of this information becomes very contextual once you step into the surrender stage. Even the lingo that people use for the twin flames, it changes. Because when you don't know much about the energy system, you feel that you are the feminine or you are the masculine, or somebody else is the feminine or somebody else is the masculine. And later on, when you start doing inner work, you suddenly realize that, oh, you have the DM energy and you are also a runner, and the other person who you think is a DM is actually probably having more of feminine energy, and they are too emotional and too intense, so they are not able to handle a lot of truths and a lot of facts that you have shared with them. And because they have judged you in a certain way, they like to run away from you. They don't want to be in touch with you, even though they like you, even though they want to be with you, but they find you to be a person who's a problematic person. Or if you are not problematic person, they feel that your companionship or your coming together gives them problem, some kind of problem which they cannot describe. So for that reason only, you need to let people go and you need to give it time. One of the most important thing that you need to understand in this journey is that you need to give it time. Bad things are going to happen, challenges are going to happen, and you will also feel bad about those things. It's not like ascension work will make you like you won't feel anything at all. You will feel something, but the bigger thing to achieve is to be able to move on from things faster, because your work here is to be in the present moment, and the present moment is very small actually. It's very small, it's just a moment. So what I am saying right now is present moment, but the same words will become past very soon, and then something else will become present moment like this one. So this is situation number 2, where you could be with the right person, but you're not giving them enough time, or you're not giving yourself enough time. You work on yourself, you do your job, your business, and along with that you do karma yoga, which is the only way to get through this journey. And once you do this karma yoga and you work on yourself every day and you do meditation with open eyes and you're constantly doing source integration, then you will get your answers very soon. And then you will also realize why you were chasing and why the other person was running. Okay. The third thing is when you are extremely attached to a person simply because you want one permanent divine counterpart, and some of the qualities in that person makes you feel that this could be that person. However, there are some other qualities which make you feel that no, this is just not going to work. If you're together, you have a very toxic relationship. If you're away, you're very sad without them. So you're very confused. What should you do? So in this case also, again, I would say give it some time. Actually, this mantra, give it some time, works for every situation. But in the first situation, you don't need to give it some time. You need to give yourself a lot of time so that you can heal the karmic situation. You can heal the paternal or maternal narcissism, and you can heal this feeling of unworthiness. And all of this needs dedication, devotion, and as I said, time. So time is one very important factor, and you should not be wasting your time. That's also very important. Some people tell me that I've been doing inner work for 10 years, or I've been going to some therapist for 10 years and I was on some pills and I had to, get off the pills first, or suddenly I bounced on this twin flame situation, or this happened to me or that happened to me, and now I want to work on myself. So those 10 years you were working, but you were doing wrong inner work and you were figuring out things in a wrong way. But as I say, there is nothing right or wrong actually, because had you not spent so much time doing something which did not give you much result, it at least made you reach to a point where you want to do something which is worthwhile. Okay? So everyone wants a divine counterpart. If you are a householder, who doesn't want the divine counterpart? Who doesn't want to be with the most perfect feminine or masculine embodiment in the physical? But then you don't understand, all these people don't understand that the reason why they are not able to attract it, even though they want it so badly, is because they themselves are going to become the mirror of that divine counterpart. So what you're seeing right now, say you don't see anything. You were seeing something, you had a twin flame or you had a lover, and I will explain this whole twin flame word also to you in some other video, though I have already done that. But I keep doing it because, there are new people who keep coming up into this twin flame universe world. So you basically are the mirror, and if you don't see anything, it means that currently you are in the state where you are not seeing anything. So it's all about you actually. You are the person who's creating everything. You are the creator of your own reality. And if you badly want a divine counterpart, then what will you mirror in front of you? That a person who badly wants a divine counterpart, badly wants something, means you don't have it any which way. Okay? So when you don't want it, when you're not going after it, when you're not crazy for it, for the whole concept, you're not into some kind of an addiction where the concept of love is very important for you, but it's not even the correct concept of love. It's a false concept of love. You are either going to see a person who will put you in a runner-chaser dynamic, which is very hard to digest, which is very difficult to live through, or you will be all by yourself, which again is not a bad thing. I don't know why this whole point of togetherness kills a lot of people's joy. Like in the second example, where you are in contact with someone and they also tell you that they love you, but they are not together with you. Either they are not committing to you, either they don't come to meet you, or every time you make a plan with them, it never works out. So it frustrates you and it irritates you. But all that is happening because you're too focused on it. Okay? You should not be focused on it, because whatever you focus on grows. So you have to shift your focus on something that you want to grow. Okay? So I hope all these points have helped you out a bit. If not, then you can ask more questions and I can make more content like this that can help you out. I really appreciate all of you people who like and who comment, who subscribe to the channel, and who also share this information to other people, because the idea is to share correct information about the twin flame union, how to get into twin flame union and what exactly is twin flame union. Many people don't have the correct information, so as I said, they waste a lot of time trying to figure this out and then they get only disappointed. So that's not what I wish for anyone. My intention is that everyone should get into union, whosoever is deserving enough for it and whosoever is working for it. So thank you so much for being here with me. All the very best. One love and peace out, and I will see you soon in another one.